Do you know how to subnet? Have you ever done it longhand through the 7 steps? Have you ever used an online subnet calculator? Well, now with MCPs, we can vibe subnet, provide it the CIDR, get everything you need to know back. Really remarkable stuff. Quite an advancement from the way we used to do it. And it's a community thing. Someone put this out there. So let's take a look at this together. And the first thing we're going to look at is the 7 steps, right? So, right, here's from easysubnetting.com. There's quite literally entire websites devoted to easy, making subnetting easy, right? So here's the 7 steps. You start with your bits, you throw out this, 2 to the n plus 2, minus 2, sorry. Anyway, this whole calculation is how we used to do subnetting. And, I got so good at subnetting, you could throw any, combination of things at me and I'd be able to figure it out. So then we kind of move into the online era, and look, I've already got an ad here. And we can actually, type in the address, type in the mask, or pick the mask. So a little easier, but still some friction here, but an online calculator. Well, now, this user has released this Subnet Calculator MCP. Provide a simple MCP server for calculating subnet details based on the classless interdomain routing notation, CIDR. And it's pretty awesome. So just a few minutes ago, I cloned the repo, right? Git clone locally. And I'm going to show you some of this code. It's really, really remarkable. It's a simple main.py file that uses fast MCP, and it has the calculation function here. Remember me telling you, if you want to get started, make a little Python function that adds numbers. Well, this person's decided to make a little function that does subnet calculation. Brilliant. I really commend them. This is a brilliant, brilliant idea and implementation. Now, this uses SSE. So when I brought it locally, I had to adjust the code a little bit for my client. But it's still just a little bit of code. So if we go into the MCP servers, Subnet Calculator, I made a Docker file just to, basically copy main and start main in a container. And, I did rewrite this a little bit to use stdio, and one shot. But it's just remarkable. All right, so let's bring this up. And right now I just have, because I'm testing, I only have this container. I don't have my PyETS or my other tools up. I'm still just testing this one. So if we go into the PyETS, you can see that I've discovered the Calculate Subnet Tool, which is now bound to my LLM, right? You can see all bound tools, Calculate Subnet. So now we can do something, arbitrary, right? So how about what can you tell me about 10, 10, 100, 100/13? Okay, now we're going to look here and we can see that it's called the tool. There's the answer back already, right? So it's received this payload. Calling tool, calculate subnet from service subnet calculator, and there's the CIDR notation. And it comes back with the network address 10.8, the broadcast address 10.15.255.255, the subnet mask, the wildcard mask, the usable host range, and the total number of usable hosts. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that fun? So I'm thinking as a learning tool, as a validation tool, as a design tool, tie this in with PyETS, tie this in with other tools, right? Pretty awesome, pretty awesome. So I've added this morning. It's going to be pushed up to the main repo. I've actually written a README file. Yeah, yay. So there's a README file you can follow and start building your MCPs. What imagination does this spark in you? It's that easy? A little Python function turned into natural language to do subnet calculation? It is that easy. Not to dismiss or take away from the work. It's a remarkable piece of work. We can all participate in this new world. All right, we'll see you soon.